The making of My Final Battle was no easy task. Even though it was only intended to be a 3-minute movie short, the journey into production was far from easy for writer and director James DeVince. There were numerous challenges to this particular project. Originally it was raining the day of the shoot, so we had to have a big tarp up to protect the camera and the equipment. Finding personnel was a challenge. Finding casting was a challenge. Despite these initial challenges, James managed to spark the interest of Randy Dugan, a young growing actress who had worked with him before on other projects. And Randy was pretty excited about the script. She was excited to be playing a character who was having trouble overcoming her inhibitions of being involved in something that was going to get her messy.
My fiance thought it was pretty funny to think about me playing in the woods with guns, since I'm such a girly girl. My family was really excited. My mom said that she always thought I was going to be a movie star, which I don't know, but she was excited that it was going to be an outdoor scene because I grew up in the woods. I used to be a real tomboy in the town I grew up in, and they think of me as a city girl now, so they were kind of glad that I was getting back to my roots a little bit for this role.
James was also able to acquire the help of Michael Clark, Stuart Farrar, and Andrew Farrar as guards of the safe house. With all the necessary casting now in place, the shoot was scheduled for a single day, a Saturday.
The night before I was a little bit stressed out because it was supposed to be cold, and I'm more sensitive to cold than most people, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to wear a jacket or anything the whole time.
But the cold was soon to be the least of the crew's problems. The rain did let up, but after it let up, the bugs started coming out.
The bugs started to irritate us a little bit.
Amount of bugs that came out after the rain was just incredible. They were swarming around the camera, they were swarming into the lens, and we were just beside ourselves in trying to get a halfway decent take. And at one point we actually had to fan the bugs away from the camera until I yelled action, and even then we had a beautiful take, and right at the end of the take, the fly landed right on the lens.
And I was kind of frustrated when one of the scenes, the first time we did it, came out really well, but then a big bug landed right on the camera.
In addition to the forces of nature, there were also the physical demands of the part of Brandy being played by Randy Dugan. There were a total of 2 runs in the script. We had to have a total of 3 camera angles for each run, and we had Randy do at least 3 takes for every single camera angle. So I think total she did probably about 20 runs, and so she would run, and she would go all the way back, and she would run, and go all the way back, and she would run, and go all the way back.
The truth is, I'm not much of an athlete at all, and I worried about looking funny when I was running, because I'm always told that I run like a girl, but I am a girl. And I'm doing physical therapy for my ankle, so I was worried that my ankle was going to hurt a lot when I did the running. But it wasn't too bad, and it was actually fun.
And running was not the only athletic demands that Randy encountered. And then she would have to fall down for the scene where she gets shot. And so she would fall down and fall down and fall down.
Falling down was really cool. I was nervous that I wasn't going to be able to make a believable, "Oh, I just got shot" sound, but it came out really well, and that was actually my favorite part to watch after. I think it came out really good, especially with all the sound effects.
Working together, the crew was able to finish the shoot in a mere 5.5 hours, during which time they developed an even deeper respect for one another. Working with Andrew and Stuart and Michael was great. Michael saved us by stepping in and helping out with the camera work, which was huge, saved a few shots.
We all had a lot of fun. It was fun to work with people of different ages. We had a good variety of personality types.
In the script, the guard that shoots Brandy has to run over to her, hold out the gun, but then when he sees the timer running down to 0, he's supposed to yell out, "No!" But Andrew has such a kind face and a kind demeanor that it was difficult to get him to say no the way we wanted him to say no.
No! Oh, gee.
Okay, do it again.
No!
So after many takes, we
No!
started getting what we wanted,
No!
but it turned out that we ended up not using it anyway.
Working with Jim was really fun. I've worked with him before on a different movie. I feel comfortable around him, which is helpful because I can sometimes be a nervous person. But he makes me feel relaxed, and he always gives positive reinforcement. There was a line that he kept saying throughout the day. Every time somebody would point out an idea, he would say, "Good thought, but no." So we joked about that at the end of the day. It was pretty funny.
Working with Randy was great. She's very talented, has a lot of potential. She's still in the development stages, but the more that we work together, the better I see her getting, and I can actually see the talent in her growing and coming out, and it's just beautiful to see. With the shoot completed, the now grueling task of post-production had to be done. This would not be easy, since the opportunity for retakes was virtually non-existent. There were many obstacles to this project, and it made it difficult to even get to the point of being able to shoot. We had one day of shooting. There was no opportunity to look over the clips and decide which clips we needed to redo. It was basically get as many takes as possible and then filter through all of that and come up with the best that you could. We did have to redo some of the voiceovers because we didn't have the proper sound equipment. We didn't have the proper lighting either. We were limited on staff. So it was quite a project to undertake in the amount of time that we had. So it was quite a challenge to get all of that shooting in, and then the real challenge came in the post-production when we had to take all of those shots and really try and come up with the best that we could, because there was nothing more that we could do. There wasn't the opportunity to shoot over again. I think our biggest challenge was coming up with a title. We had probably over 100 titles, that were thrown around. The original title, Escape to Assault, was a little too awkward, but it gave us a title at that point so that we could call the project something. But after numerous hours of trying to think of a title, we finally settled on My Final Battle, which we felt was a very good description of what the story was really about. After 2 solid weeks of work, James had the finished product ready for DVD.
Seeing the film after it was done was really cool. It came out way better than what I had expected. I've never done anything like this before, so I really had no idea what to expect. Doing it without hearing the sound effects, I kind of wondered how everything would come together, but it came out so good, and the sound effects add so much to it. It was amazing. My family is really excited for me. They can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to watch it with them and see the expression on their face. I think they're going to be proud of me, and I'm pretty proud of myself because it's something that I've always wanted to do, acting. And I actually tried to do it when I was in middle school. I tried out for a 1-act play, and I ended up leaving the audition. It was just a classroom with a bunch of my peers, and I just got so nervous I left. And we would go to the plays throughout the school year, and the whole time I would wish that that was me up on stage. I hope this movie brings me opportunities to do other movies in the future. I had a lot of fun with it. I love, love, love to do something like this again. Hopefully soon. Maybe a whole movie. Maybe I could be a big movie star someday.
Of course, even with the best talent and the best crew, production disasters can occur. Filming My Final Battle was no different. One of the main challenges, and possibly the greatest challenge that we faced, was the fact that for lunch we had no hot dog rolls.
If I had to change anything about the day that we shot the film, I would have had hot dog buns at lunch instead of bread for our hot dogs.
So I forgot the hot dog rolls, and I did hear about it.